Hello, my name is not Tony the Tiger, but I do play water buffalo with baboons, and I'll be reviewing these wheels 727 formula. It is 70 millimeters, and the contact patch is 41 millimeters. Right off the bat, I'm going to clear up some confusion. We helped prototype these wheels, and I can tell you from experience that the red core and the green core, it doesn't matter. It just really doesn't matter. So, let's continue. One of the big advantages this wheel has over any other wheel is the energy core. Basically what it is the core is a harder durometer of urethane. So it's not a plastic core like your typical wheel, which means the urethane on the outside of the wheel bonds better with the urethane on the inside of the wheel. So the good thing about the core is it helps with roll speed and it helps with even wear patterns. So the wheel's going to flat spot less easily because the core is more rigid. But there is a downfall. The problem is getting your bearings out is extremely difficult. It's doable, it's just really difficult. But you know what? The energy core is so helpful with the whole formation of the wheel that it's definitely worth taking a little more time to get your bearings out. I've used a lot of different words to describe the way wheels slide in the past, but we're just gonna go with crisp because it's a perfect blend of sugary and buttery, and there is a slight bit of ice thrown in, but it's a good ice, it's not a bad ice. What I mean by that is when you're sliding, there's very, very little resistance against you. It basically feels like you're gliding over the pavement rather than like the pavement grabbing at you and like pulling thing off your wheel. Honestly, it's a completely different feeling wheel than any other wheel I've tried. These wheels also slide a lot longer than more wheels. I did my first ever third digit slide on these wheels. Along with long slides, these wheels are also really good for spins. Basically, it's a really great all-around free ride wheel. When we're talking about downhill, it's a different story. The only time I would downhill on this wheel is at the very beginning stage of the wheel when you first get it out of the package. The skin is still on the wheel, so it's really grippy, but once you get it past the skin, they're not going to grip anymore, so railing corners and stuff gets a little bit more difficult. You're going to get that little buzz where you're trying to go around the corner and the back's like bzzz. You can kind of feel your wheels like coming in and out of grip. You don't want that. So I wouldn't really recommend downhilling on these wheels, especially if they're broken in. If they're not broken in, do a few runs on them, but be careful. Once they're broken in, they're not very grippy. I took a 10-day trip to Mexico and rode these wheels for 7 of those 10 days. And I tried third digit slides on them, I downhilled on them, and I just rode them every single day. And they've gotten smaller, but not even close to coring, so they're ridiculously durable, which is a good thing for their price tag because, let's be honest, it's a little high. Overall, these wheels are awesome for fast free ride, and again, downhill when they're not broken in. The only unfortunate thing is the price tag, but they're gonna last you a long time. Mine haven't even ovaled yet, so I'm thinking to the core, baby, to the core. But, as we all know, the dinosaurs never fly free when the goat cheese has lifted its scent.